Well, the James Harden saga is finally over. Around 2 a.m. your time, 6 a.m. my time, Harden was dealt to the Clippers alongside PJ Tucker and Petrusev in exchange for what? Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin and Marcus Morris Sr. And most importantly, 2 unprotected first-round picks, one in 2028 via the Clippers, one via a mystery team which has not been revealed yet, and a couple pick swaps and second-round picks. You see, on the surface level, I saw a lot of fans' initial reaction. We got fleeced, fired Daryl Morey. And when I hear those kind of comments, it just makes me think, bro, what did you want Daryl Morey to do? He wasn't going to get Paul George. And although he might have asked for Paul George or asked for a star player in return, that's how you negotiate. You have a high asking price to start off with, which you likely won't get, but you still test the waters. Then you negotiate downwards. If we started asking for this package here, the Clippers would have probably tried to offer less. So that's how you negotiate. So Daryl Morey did a good job, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of guys said, blah, we couldn't even get Norman Powell or Terrence Mann. If you got one of the two, first of all, you would not have got 2 unprotected first-round picks, which I believe is the key in this entire trade. Number 3, there's a player in this trade who I feel like is going very, very underlooked, and that is KJ Martin. But I'll touch on that in just a second. In 2028, Paul George, Kawhi, Russell Westbrook, all them lot there, James Harden, will all be 38, 39 years old. The chances of the Clippers still being a potent force in the Western Conference is very slim. And I'm not even saying we hold on to that pick. Other teams are going to know that pick is extremely valuable. So let's say, I don't know who asks out. We have one of the most valuable picks in basketball, and it'll be interesting to see the type of package we can put together to get a star player. You know what I'm trying to say? So not only that, we've positioned ourselves asset-wise to have the picks to be able to go out and make a big trade if needed. Then, Daryl Morey emphasized on cap space. What did he do? He got a bunch of guys on expiring contracts, meaning that Rocco, if they're even still here past the trade deadline, Rocco, Morris and Batum will all be gone, and also KJ Martin. But KJ's a guy I'm very intrigued by, and I'm going to get onto that in a minute. So not only did you get 2 valuable picks, first-round picks, I'm not even talking about the swaps now. You got players who can help you in the now, but also are expiring if it doesn't go very well. But I doubt they'll even be on the roster, but I'll touch on that in a second. I feel like overall having this black cloud around the franchise wasn't necessary. And I believe what sped up the process of this trade is Tyrese Maxey. The way he's come out in these first 3 games, winning Eastern Conference Player of the Week, averaging 36 and 6 basically, has led Daryl to believe, look, I wanted a star player in return, but because Maxey's ascending to that, let's get some role players who can help in the now, and also some future first-round assets that can put us in position if a trade becomes available that we feel comfortable doing. So I definitely understand the logic behind this trade. And for those guys who just don't understand who KJ Martin is, if I'm being honest, I would prefer and I would take KJ Martin over Terrence Mann 10 times out of 10. And I'm not just saying that because we didn't get Terrence Mann. If Terrence Mann was included in that package, we would probably have not got any first-round picks. And is Terrence Mann that good to not get any picks in return? And overall, I feel like KJ Martin's the better player. Hear me out here. He's younger by 5 years. And all Sixers fans have complained about, we have no athletic wings who can shoot the 3. KJ Martin is one of the bounciest players in the flipping league right now. And we have that on our roster. We got a glimpse of one athletic wing next to Joel look like in Matisse Thybulle. Matisse had no offensive game. But a lot of the times when Joel got doubled up top in the post, Matisse would cut back door and it's an open layup. We're now seeing that to a greater extent with Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre might go 0 for 5 from 3, but from here purely cutting, crashing the glass, getting second chance points, he's ending the game with 19 points and 7 rebounds. That's just one example of having an athlete next to Joel Embiid. KJ Martin is a different type of athlete. And not only that, his plays are the type of plays that can swing the game in your favor. Energy plays, you're going to see some crazy monster dunks. And I know it's not all about that, but KJ has some serious upside. I might put this article below, I might even put a screenshot. When the Clippers acquired KJ Martin, they said that he's going to be a big piece in what they're trying to do next season, and they're excited to work with him. Obviously, to acquire James Harden, you have to give to an extent, and I guess they chose Terrence Mann over KJ. But the point is that this is a guy who has genuine value to contending teams. As long as his athleticism being through the roof, in his first couple of seasons in the league, he shot 36-35% from 3. But last year it dipped to 31%. But you got to add context. Playing with Jabari Smith Jr. and Jalen Green is not going to be the same as playing with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. a lot more of your threes are going to be off the catch and wide open. And KJ is showing on many occasions he's a capable 3-point shooter off the catch, especially when he's open too. So I'm not worried about that at all. But the energy he's going to bring is going to be something we've not had. People complain that we play slow, we need athletes this, that, and the third. Well, Nick Nurse's offense is a lot more free-flowing, and what better than to have more athletes around Tyrese and Joel? And KJ is one of them. So I'm extremely happy with that addition right there. And I genuinely do think this is going to be a great, great addition in which fans are going to love KJ. Like, you might not know him now or know too much about him, but I'm telling you, Philly fans are going to really, really appreciate KJ's game. Now, I've already spoken about the 2 first-round picks. I'm not going to bore you guys, but those picks are serious. I'm not going to lie to you. A 2028 unprotected Clippers first-round pick is so valuable. A pick swap with the Clippers, who have no future, is very valuable because Mr. Terrence Mann, who they think is their future, is 27 years old. And sorry to break it to them, he is not a star in the making. So their only piece of hope when these guys all leave in free agency or they blow it up is Terrence Mann, but he's going to be 32 by then. So that's a very, very valuable pick to get, man. And that could be a real game changer when you're negotiating trades with potential teams when a star might become available. Obviously, we got to talk about the other stuff which came in the trade, being Rocco, Batum, and Marcus Morris. Batum, I just don't have an opinion on. I just hope he does not see the floor. Robert Covington and Marcus Morris is a bit of an interesting one because I feel like Morris can still hit the 3-ball at a high clip. However, defensively, he's really declined. He's getting a lot older. And laterally, he's not the quickest. So I feel like it might be similar to the Paul Millsap experience, but slightly better. But I wouldn't ideally want to see Marcus Morris, but it'll be cool to see what he still has in the tank. And I'm sure Nick Nurse wouldn't be afraid to pull him if he's been an absolute liability. So Morris is someone I would like to give a try. Obviously, Rocco has been in Philly before. Some Sixers fans hated him, some loved him. But one thing about Rocco is he's going to shoot that ball if he's wide open. He might go 0 for 12, but Rocco's not going to lose confidence shooting. And I guess that's the type of players you need around Joel. And he's still a good defender. He wasn't the same defender he was when he was in Philly, which was basically an all-defensive type defender. But he's still a very good wing defender, versatile. You know, he can play small with Rocco as well. So it'll be cool to see if he sticks around and what kind of role he might have on his team. But I feel like in small spurts, there's no harm in having Robert Covington here. Obviously, when he was here before, the main reason why guys didn't like him is because he had too big of a role. Covington was our second, third option. That's why people hated him. He's not going to be that on this squad right now. So although Rocco isn't ideal and it is kind of painful watching him when he can't hit shit, it'll be still nice to have him on this squad. So we'll see what his role is. And in the right role, he can really be a beneficial player for this team. So again, I wouldn't write off Robert Covington too much. But Nick Batum, I do not want to see that guy touching the floor. Hell no. But other than that, I'll grade this trade a 7 out of 10 because realistically speaking, what more could Daryl Morey have done? You couldn't have got anything better. You couldn't have got a star player because guess what? No one wanted James Harden apart from the Clippers. And the fact that the Clippers knowing this and still getting 2 unprotected first-round picks off them is extremely, extremely well done from Daryl Morey. An expiring contract, who didn't want to be here, didn't even want to suit up, and you still got 2 unprotected first-round picks. So honestly, bravo. And I don't understand how people are hating or saying Daryl Morey sucks because what could you... If you could tell me what else you could have done, I'll understand. But there's nothing you can tell me apart from your made-up trades on NBA Trade Center of the fuck it is Trade Machine because there's literally nothing else that Daryl could have done and he's still got 2 first-round picks. You know what I'm trying to say? So as a whole, with the cards he was dealt, he did a very good job, but only time will tell. Are we good enough? You know, I guess we're only as good as Tyrese and Joel take us, but in previous years where we've had the names and we're quote-unquote star hunting, that led us to the second round or first round. So now we've got pieces that fit better together. We've got a very, very good coach, one of the best in the league, who runs a great offense. Not afraid to experiment things. I'm actually quite optimistic, I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying we're there yet, but it's going to be really intriguing what this roster looks like come trade deadline because it could be very interesting with these new assets we've acquired. But honestly speaking, I love this trade. More so because the saga's gone. Don't have to talk about James Harden again. And it's a new start, you know what I'm trying to say. And I'm happy Tyrese finally has the keys officially to this offense. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this trade. What would you have done differently? Would you have tried to get maybe different pieces like a Bones Highland if he was available? I don't know. But overall, I feel like Daryl did well with what the cards he was dealt. But more Sixers content on the way. Let me know the type of videos you want. Do you want post-game reactions? Do you want more just me reacting after like trades? Do you want me talking about more players in depth? I would love to do breakdown videos, but just getting copyright striked on YouTube is just so annoying. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys so much for listening. Stay blessed, my people, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.